we don't worship God. We worship our religious leaders. You hardly hear people say, I heard this thing from God. God told me to do this. God told me to do that. What you hear is, my pastor said I should do this. So now my priest will tell me, say, make I do this one. Now my native doctor directed me to go and do this particular sacrifice. So you want to start a business. You want to join politics. You want to get married. You want to travel. If you don't get a green light from this man of God, you will not go. You are not worshiping God. You are worshiping men of God.
God have mercy upon us.
Take for instance, what happened in 2015 general elections, where Reverend Father E.G. Mbaka publicly criticized Goodluck Jonathan. That good luck was bad luck. We should not vote for him. We should vote for Buhari. And now, we can see the Messiah he told us that Buhari was and everything.
Oh my God!
You want to get married to a particular lady? You have seen the qualities that you want in the lady. You have approved her. You now meet your pastor. Sir, I want to marry this girl. Oh, this girl is fine. Oh, I like her. I have seen all the things I want in her. The pastor will tell you, don't marry her. Maybe the pastor, maybe don't try making collect doggy from the girl. The girl will agree, give her doggy. So, so that kind of thing will not be like, don't marry her. She's not the wife of your dream. You go and cancel the marriage. That is you worshiping man of God, not you worshiping God. So when all these things happen, you be like, my dear, are you sure you are really made in the image and likeness of God? Because if you really believe that you are made in the image and likeness of God, you should also know by that virtue of you being made in that image, you have the capacity and the ability to think for yourself and make decisions for yourself that will be good for you. Because decisions make men. If you make a quality decision, it is as a result of your quality thought, your quality mindset. You should know that you also have their capacity to make quality decisions, not only when you meet men of God to decide your life for you. God has already given you all the qualities you need to be a good human being. I want to let you know that your religious leader is only a specialist in directing your moral compass. He doesn't know everything. When you want a particular thing in a particular area, meet people who are experienced in that area. You want to travel, you now go and meet your pastor and be like, sir, should I travel? Did God approve this thing? When you have people who might have gone through that process, who's supposed to give you the right information. Maybe your pastor might have not traveled outside Nigeria, just within Nigeria. He'll be the one to tell you what to do. Or you want to get married, or you want to do this, you want to do that. Meet people who might have had experience in these areas you want to focus on. You want to start a business, you are going to your pastor to ask him whether you should start a business or not. When you have businessmen who have spent 10 to 15 years in business, you should get advice from. You are getting advice from somebody who just started ministry 2 years ago on what to do in business. You just have to understand that pastors are limited. All your religious leaders, they are limited. They are not God. Don't worship them. Now, why do we normally have all these things all over the place happening in our midst? It is as a result of the fact that these men of God, they've actually made you to be afraid of a lot of things. You're afraid of death, which you know is inevitable. Everybody must die, whether you like it or not. We are afraid of poverty, which the government and the environment to find ourselves have made us to fall into. We are afraid of this, we are afraid of that, we are afraid of a lot of things. So they have continually preached this fear to you, and these fears will find a way to manifest in your life, because that is the reality we are facing. So now they have already put that fear in you. The things they have told you have started manifesting. You now be like, this man of God said this to you and it's happening. You now start giving the person respect. Respect. So fear plus respect will now turn to manipulation. Once they see that you fear them and respect them, they'll start manipulating your mind. They'll be like, if you don't pay tithe, you will not prosper. If you don't do this, this will happen to you. If you don't go to church, You have sinned against God. If you don't do this, if you don't do that, these things will happen to you. My dear, this is manipulation. They are trying to guilt trip you. They won't make you feel bad of yourself for doing something. So, fear, respect, and manipulation will make you worship men of God instead of worshiping God. Now, how can you now worship God? We are meant to understand that you can only worship God in truth and in spirit. When you live the life of justice, humility, and love, that is when you are worshiping God. Take for instance, something happened in 2020 during COVID-19 pandemic. Pope Francis sent a message to all the Catholic faithfuls. We are told we don't need to go to church to go and do our normal confessional. That we can go into our room, say a prayer, ask for forgiveness, and God will forgive us. We can go and receive Holy Communion. That particular information got me thinking. I was like, oh, so we can actually ask God to forgive us and we go and receive Holy Communion. Wow. So there could be a situation where we can actually approach God in truth and in spirit through prayer and ask forgiveness, and will be forgiven for us to receive Holy Communion. Say, wow. So inside me, I concluded that religion is meant to control the people. It is a means of mass control. They want you to be getting instruction from them. Anything you want to do, you must get instruction from them. If you don't do it, they will guilt trip you. They make you feel bad that you are going to perish in hell. That is very wrong. I want you to understand this clearly. You can actually approach God in truth and in spirit. You pray to Him and ask Him something you want, and He can answer you without you having to involve a middleman. God doesn't need a middleman to answer your prayers. He has made you in His image and likeness. He doesn't need somebody else to interfere in answering your prayers. You just have to do the right thing at the right time. Thank you very much for listening.